showtime! You're live. What's going on today, guys? Hey, future Jedi. I thought we'd do something kind of fun with this stream. I thought we'd have a lot of fun with this stream. This is going to be a good one. Hey, Coral, what's going on tonight? So, anyway, me being the Redditor I am, perusing the interwebs and the internet.com, I have found a Legend of Zelda waifu tier list. Hey, King Blue, what's up? Hey, Hylia's left eye. So, I thought we'd have a fun stream. And we go through basically all the waifus of Zelda, and we'd make a tier list. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Don't be afraid to give some feedback in the chat, kick back, relax, and see the carnage. This is gonna be fire. Thanks, Isaiah. Hey, Kai, what's up? Hey, Lewis the Hedgehog. Hey, Bobo. If you're just joining, we are starting the Zelda waifu tier list. And I hope you all really enjoy it. All right, let's get to it. Hey, Mally, what's up? Oh, don't worry. I think Mifa's in here somewhere. If not, we can add her. Wait, is she actually not in here? Uh-oh. Anyway. All right, who should we start with? Let's start with... It's hard. Who do we start with? You know what? Since I've never watched Captain N, we're just going to straight up put Captain N Zelda in F tier. Because I never watched it. Oh, wait. Well, that was an easy one. All right. Who should we go for next? All right. I think we should do... All right, let's do Rosa. Let's do Rosa. So Rosa is from Oracle of Ages, or is it Seasons, or is it both of them? I think it might be both of them. Hey, Alejandro, what's up? Where's Hatsune Miku? Oh, no. All right. So Rosa, she's just Rosa. She's supposed to be some idol or some kind of somebody. How do I get this stupid bar out of here? Hang on. There we go. That's a little better. That's a little better. I want to get that stupid bar out of frame, the scroll bar. All right. So Rosa, she's supposed to be an idol from Breath of the Wild, not Breath, jeez, from Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons. All the other minor people really like her, and there she goes on a date with Link, so she at least gets a date. She's not a horrible character. Let's put Rosa, let's go with C. We might move some of these around later, but I think that's a good place for Rosa to start with. All right, how about, let's do Ash. You know, everyone's favorite Zelda waifu, Ash. So, Ash is that one, like, militia chick in Twilight Princess where you have, like, the group of freedom fighters with Russell and the other guys, and she's one of the other guys. Oh, she's the one that, like, helps you with the fish or whatever. She's the one who helps you get to Snowhead Temple, so, she does that, or Snow Palace, or whatever you want to call it. Ooh. Hey, Ethan, what's up? Hey, Lana, how you doing? Hey, Kevin creates stuff. Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town? Oh, that is true, Alejandro. She is much better in the manga. Like, she actually has a character. Because, actually, I don't even need my headphones. I'm not listening to anything. I'm just gonna take those off. So, yeah, I mean, we're mostly basing on the game, not really the manga. So I'm just gonna put her in D because let's be real here. She's really not. She's really not anything. She's like, hey, you should go look for the Yeti, and you're like, okay, and that's about as far as she goes. All right, next up, let's do what? What the fuck is a pinkle? You know what? We're gonna put that right there. I don't know what that is, or who she is, or you know what? F tier. Just it's close enough to Tingle. I hate it. Anything that has to do with Tingle, instant F tier. Tingle is the worst thing to ever happen, ever of all time. They need to make more mangas, Future Jedi. You are correct. They do need to make some more mangas. Alrighty. Alright, how about we do how about Winrova? Because you know what? They have more personality than Rosa and Nash. So, Twinrova, you know, Kamue and Kotake. I think that's how you pronounce their names. Or is it Koume? Either way. Twinrova's not a bad character. It's not one I would like to be in a relationship with. But, hey, she has more personality. She raised Ganon Daddy. That counts for something. She raised Ganon Daddy, so that already means something, chat. Link, like Breath of the Wild before a manga, that'd be pretty cool. So you know what? I'm going to put Twinrova in a solid B tier. Because at least she has some personality, and you get 2 for 1. It may be grandma's, but you get 2 for 1. Alrighty, who should we do? Gee, it sure is boring around here. My boy. I mean, she has character. She got her own game before Echoes of Wisdom. She did. She got her own game before Echoes of Wisdom, and I don't think she's a total flop. She has some personality. It's a personality. That's... Oh. Faces of Evil Zelda. Wand of Gamelon Zelda. How about a kiss as a reward? And that's for funny. You know what? She's honestly one of the best ones we've picked so far. I'm going to put her above Twinrova. I am putting her above Twin. I don't know if she's A. We might come back to that. But based on what we've done so far, she's at least a B tier. All the S's. Sup, bad Halo. So, you know what? Based on everything that's on the board so far, she beats all of them. That is one out of all those. I'd rather get in a relationship with her probably the most. Because you don't have many options to choose from right now. Okay, let's go with... let's just put that there. What was that one even called? Zelda something? It was one of the other CDI Zeldas that no one cared about, no one liked. I don't even know what that is. I completely forgot. At least Faces of Evil and Wand of Gamelon Zelda is memorable. I don't remember anything about like the other Philips CDI Zelda. Exactly, Bad Halo. Who? All right. Wow, we've already gone through 7 of these. All right, let's do... Who should we do next? Let's see. Everything we've done's been a human or human-ish. Let's do a non-human. How about we do the Maku tree? Maku tree is weird. It's this tree that likes Link. Imagine if the Great Deku Tree was a girl, and then she had a crush for Link. I mean, I guess Link could fertilize her if he really wanted to. It wouldn't be that hard. Her roots run pretty deep. I should stop talking. The Maku tree's not bad. She chimes in every time you leave a dungeon, and she's like, "Oh, Link, my husbando, please go find the next thing to help me so I can help you save the princess. Also, please germinate my seeds." Anyway, I think you go on a date with Rosa at least, you know. We can put the Maku tree. It's pretty damn sad when you're below a fucking tree. All right. So many waifus, so little time. Let's move on to the next. The tree, that tree needs God. That tree needs Jesus. Hey, it's better than the Great Deku Tree. All right, the Great Fairy. The Great Fairy. Hey, Blade, how you doing? Okay, we all know the drag thing that is the Great Fairy that no one likes. This seems to be the only Great Fairy in the picture. They're not saying Great Fairy A Link to the Past. They're not saying Great Fairy Twilight Princess. Wait, did they have Great Fairies? They're not saying Great Fairy Wind Waker. We're going with the disgusting, ugly N64 Great Fairy. Like, quite frankly, I have nothing to do with that thing. I'm putting it in E. At least it's better than whatever this stuff is. All right, let's do an actual good one. Let's do one that's not, maybe not super good, but not super bad. What do you mean C tier? There is no way the Great Fairy is a C tier. The literal goddess of fertility. No! Absolutely not. She is lucky to be an E tier. Okay. Let's do one. Let's do a Zelda. Let's do an actual Zelda. You know, a real Zelda from a real video game. Let's do... You know what? Let's do a decent one. Let's do Hyrule Warriors Zelda. Let's do Hyrule Warriors Zelda. All right? So, Hyrule Warriors Zelda is definitely better than anything on the list so far. 100%. Better than anything. She's actually a really good Zelda. She kicks a lot of ass. She has a little personality, not a whole lot. And quite frankly, pretty fun to play as. Not the best to play as, but she's not a bad character to play as. And then like the whole thing when she pretends to be Sheik for like 5 chapters is pretty cool too. So why are you guys spamming it with F and B? I don't understand. What's wrong with Hyrule Warriors Zelda? Nah, she is not an F or a B. Unless you guys are still talking about the Great Fairy. So I think Hyrule Warrior Zelda is at least a solid A. She's definitely not S or S+, but I think she's a very solid A. All right, how about we do... All right, let's do Jolene. Jolene is from Phantom Hourglass for those who have not played it. And she shows up all the time, is very annoying. Oh, and is Linebeck's like ex-girlfriend, and you have to fight her. She's like, "Oh my gosh, Linebeck, notice me," and then leaves. And then later she'll show up again on the map. She'll hunt you down. Yes, she comes towards you. And you gotta try to get away from her, or you can just fight her and get it over with. And then you beat her as Link again. And then she goes, "Oh my gosh, Linebeck, notice me, senpai." And then you do it again until the end of the game, when you're like, "Oh, we gotta go fight her one last time." And then she's like, "Oh my gosh, Linebeck, notice me." I don't really like her. She's not the worst. She's better than Ash, I think. So I think we'll put Jolene in D. Yeah, I don't think she's an F, but she's a D. Linkle is a better version of her. Yeah, my Linkle's a better version of her. Alrighty, on to the next waifu. How about we do... Let's do a fairy again. Let's do... Neri. No, I'm going to keep this one short because I'm not going to make up a bunch of BS for this. She's better than the Great Fairy, and that's about it. She has, like, no personality. She's one of the rewards you get from a dungeon in Phantom Hourglass. All she is a reward. Oh, and she gives you double defense when you upgrade her. So that's something. That might actually put her above Jolene. Because at least she gives you defense. You know what? We just made an argument for a plot device. She is not a character. She is a plot device. So you know what? We're going to put Neri above Jolene. Just for the fact because she gives you a defense boost. What is the metric anyways? The metric is whatever I say. You know, personality, looks, a bunch of other superficial things and non-superficial things, because this is all a big meme. It doesn't really matter. It's all satire and a joke. But I am being serious when it's like, oh yeah, I like this character more than these other ones. D is for dead inside. All right, let's go on to the next. How about we do... Let's do a human. Let's do another human. We got plenty of humans. How about we do... How about we do Sue Bell? Is she like Link's sister or mom or... I really don't remember, like, she just lives on Outset Island. You can annoy her and talk to her. That's really about it. I don't know much about her. She's not bad looking. I really don't even know how old she is, Mally. Don't even know how old she is. I really don't know anything about this character. You guys remember Sue Bell, right? I didn't even know she had a name, in all honesty. You know what? We're going to put her in low D tier. I mean, at this point, we're mostly just putting her below Ash because Ash, I think, looks a little bit better, a little bit cuter. Something I'd want to, anyway, never mind. Next. All right, let's do Let's do Nabooru. All right, Nabooru. She is a plot device, very similar to Neri, but, you know, one you can have the funds with if you're Link and you want to go that route. Anyway, not a horrible character. She fights against Ganondaddy. She apparently is strong enough to wield Iron Knuckle armor. That's pretty cool. I'm grasping at straws here. Please help. She's very beautiful in design, in all honesty. She is not a bad-looking lady. And, you know, she wants to make the Gerudo... She wants to give the Gerudo a better reputation. She's actively trying to make the Gerudo people better and fight back against Ganondaddy. So you gotta respect that. So for that, I think we'll put her a high B tier. Still not as good as Hyrule Warrior Zelda, but I think she's very respectable. So we'll put her in B tier. She rose against the patriarchy, pretty much. Alrighty, how about we do Agatha? Everyone's favorite character, Agatha. I hate Agatha. If you ever played Hyrule Warrior, she's like the worst character in the world. I hate fighting against her, and I hate playing as her. But that's not what this is for. This is for waifu material, so Hyrule Warriors be damned. Anyway. So, Agatha, you show up, she's like, I smell the bugs. I know you had the bugs. I'll give you lots of money for the bugs. Oh, shit. Lots of money for bugs? So, she gives you money for bugs. She's also, like, 12 or 14, and no, let's not. So, I mean, you go on a date with Rosa. The tree wants you to fertilize her. You know what? We're going to put Agatha in a low C. At least she has more personality than Ash. Okie dokie. Oh, no, I didn't want to move that. I had it perfect. That's going to look bad when I make this into a video now. I hope that's close enough. I can fix that in editing, because I plan on making this into a video too. Alright, let's do... Well, there's a lot we'd like to do. Anyway... How about we do Paya? Speaking of characters to do, because there is a meme speedrun where you sleep with Paya. And I'm not kidding. There is a meme speedrun where the goal is to spend the night with Paya. Anyway, I like Paya. She becomes the leader of the Sheikahs in Tears of the Kingdom after Breath of the Wild. Not a bad looking character. Pretty solid one, actually. Link loves to spend the night with her. I would love to spend the night with Paya. And I think we got our first S-tier character. Not only is she a good character by design, she's also a good character, well written, has some personality, unlike half the people in this list. And it's not just like, oh, Link, I'm a tree. Give me your seed. And Paya is, well, pretty much a sweet person. So we are going to put Paya at S tier. Okay, let us do... No, let's do the catfish. Please. Joan. Anyway, this is a character from Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks? Anyway, she's a girl that dresses up as a mermaid to seduce some old man. Because the old man's like, oh my god, I got a mermaid, I'm the luckiest old timer in the world. And she's like, yeah, I just put on this tail, he thinks I'm a mermaid. But hey, he showers me in attention. Anyway, the kind of girl you don't want. So for that, we're going to put her right down in, you know what? I don't know. There's no order to the F tier. The rest has an order. There's no order to the F tier. She's going straight to hell. I mean F tier. Okay, let us pick the next one. How about we pick everyone's favorite character, the receptionist? You remember the receptionist, right? From Majora's Mask and the mayor's office? Of course you remember the receptionist. Listen, she has no character. There's no appeal to me. I think she's above the Great Fairy. Probably. Maybe. All right, how about everyone's second favorite? The minigame lady. Of course you remember the minigame lady, don't you? Everyone remembers the minigame lady. Right? Had to do it to her. It's the same model. They can't fool us. Okay. Well, let's pick an actual, like, decent one. How about we pick... How about Ilia? Let's do Ilia. We'll do an actual decent waifu. Okay, Ilia. Well-written character. Goes through hell and back. Basically loves Link unconditionally. Very...
Oh, boy!
Yo! Red
Smooching
Hood!
time!
Thank you for the donation, dude. We love the minigame lady. Holy crap, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Okay, where were we? Ilia! Let's do Ilia. Alright, so Ilia is basically Link's childhood friend. She goes through hell and back, basically, literally, loses her memory, gets her memory back. Pretty significant to the plot, and she looks good to boot. Very strong character, very well-written character, like most characters in Twilight Princess. Unless your name is Ash. It's true, she also loves Epona. Also, why is Epona not on this list? And I think Ilia is a very solid character. One I would definitely like to stick my... would like to go on a wholesome date with. Nothing else. Anyway, S tier for Ilia. Minimum, S tier. Is she better than Paya, though? I think she's better than Paya. Maybe it's because I grew up with Twilight Princess. But I think she's better than Paya. All right, on to the next waifu. I don't worry, it's not the last time I'll make the joke. I promise. Oh, I had to do it. I had to make the joke. Don't worry, I'll make the joke a lot more. All right, let's do a Simpa. Let's do a Simpa. Alrighty. We don't have a lot of Simpas to choose from, it looks like. Let's do Ocarina of Time Simpa. Also, where's Oracle Simpa? Anyway, Ocarina Impa. I mean, she's a ninja. A very dominant looking ninja. She's also a plot device. I'm grasping at straws again. She's Zelda's guardian. I mean, she does a lot, if we're being honest. She does protect Zelda. She trains her in the way of the Sheikah. She tries to save Kakariko from Bongo Bongo. I think she's a very strong character. I put her in the high B right now. Definitely above Nabooru and is she better than Faces of Evil Zelda though? Yeah, I think so. Too old? Look, if we have children on the list, we gotta have some dommy mommies, okay? Listen, if this list can have children, it can have dommy mommies. That's all I'm saying. We got Twinrova. They're like 800 years old. All right. On to the next one. How about we do Irene? You remember Irene, right? You know, the lowly on the broomstick. She flies around. She takes you places, and she actually is pretty useful. She does take you places until she becomes a plot device and gets kidnapped. Then her broom takes you places. Listen, I don't really have a whole bunch to say about Irene. She's just okay. She's a quick travel like tool. That's about all she is. Anyway, probably above Rosa. We'll put her above Rosa. Where's Gamelon Impa? Muscle Mommy Impa. Oh, no. Muscle Mommy Impa time. Don't worry, Link. I'll take down the big bad Ganon Daddy for you. Yeah, witch taxi, Mally. That's the best way to describe Irene. All right, we're like maybe a third through the list. Alrighty, let's do a god or goddess. Let's do a goddess. We like doing goddesses. I like doing goddesses. How about we do Furore? You remember Purah, right? From Oracle of Ages and Seasons, you know, she lives inside the tree that once Link's seed. That Purah, she's like, I'm the record keeper. I do the thing. I'm also in, you know what? I'm below the fairy in D tier because I do nothing. I just look semi-cute with my two bun ball things in my hair. Ooh. I mean, you know what? She's actually worse than I think. Let's just put her in E. She does nothing. Yeah, basically, Alejandro. Her game got stolen. She probably could have been a good character. All right. All right. We're going to do a blast from the All right. we're going to do a blast from the past. How about we do Healing Lady? So some of you kids may not know who Healing Lady is. She is from Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. There you are, tired from your adventures. Weary, you just got done with a dungeon. You're going through the town, limping, struggling. Then all of a sudden, a big-breasted lady comes to you and says, hey, come into my house. I can heal you. And you're like, sure. So then Link goes into the Healing Lady's house. Who knows what goes on in there? I'm not the one to question it. But Link comes out, energized, ready to go, with a big smile on his face. And with that, we're going to put the Healing Lady all the way into the bottom of A tier. Because you know what? She was there for Link in the very beginning. Probably banged his brains out. Anyway. She can definitely heal you. She has all the assets she needs to make our hero feel great. So the Healing Lady is going to go into the bottom of A tier. Oh. I'm just reading the chat and it's freaking great. It's freaking great. Oh. I knew this stream was a good idea. I knew today when I saw this tier list, I was like, I gotta do this. I can have so much fun with it. All right. Because we said this earlier, let's catch myself from saying, let's pick a child. Okay, how about we pick... Let's pick Riju. Let's not say the word do in children together. That would be weird and wrong. It's already weird that they're on the list. Anyway. Riju. That means she's older in Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm pretty sure she's still like 16. So, Riju is a pretty strong character. I like Riju a lot. She controls lightning, especially when you shoot an arrow. She gives you the thunder mask. She has squishmallows. She rides seals. She's actually a pretty well-written character. I think Riju is a great character. And I think we should put her... We're going to put her at the top of A tier, probably for now. Like I said, we still have a whole list to go through, but I think she beats the crap out of just about anyone under her. Except maybe the Healing Lady. But I can think of two reasons I like the Healing Lady over Riju. The jokes keep coming and they don't stop coming. Yeah, A tier as a friend. A tier as a friend. Keep that one in mind when it comes to the younger characters on this list. That is for a friend. Not the reasons we like to have the Healing Lady at A tier. I can think of two good reasons for the Healing Lady at A tier. The rest of these things, like the age of that one I'm pointing to, that's because they're a friend. All right. Let's pick another one. How about we pick another Zelda? We haven't picked a Zelda in a while. How about we pick... Excuse me? I just noticed we have Tetra and Wind Waker Zelda. Did I miss something here? You know what? When we do those, we're just going to do those together. Because they are the same person. I don't know why there's two of those. Okay, where were we? All right, let's pick a Zelda. We haven't done a Zelda in a while. How about we pick... Let's do Ocarina of Time Zelda. I like Ocarina of Time Zelda quite a bit, actually. I don't think she's the prettiest Zelda. I think some other Zeldas definitely fall into the pretty category, but she's definitely still a very pretty lady, if we're just going off that. And then on top of that, she is an awesome princess. See, she actually does stuff, you know, as Sheik. You know, she comes around, she gives Link's hints, gives Link's teleport songs. Actually has a little bit of character, not a ton, but a little bit of character. As a child, she's pretty useful, and she's like, I have magic powers and solve the downfall. Dad, do something about it. No. So, I think Ocarina of Time Zelda is a very, very good, well-written Zelda. Like I said, look-wise, I like others better than for the... Look-wise, I like other Zeldas for the looks, but Ocarina of Time Zelda definitely is a strong, like, written character, especially for the N64 at the time. Excuse me. So I think we're going to put Ocarina of Time Zelda at a very strong A tier. I don't think she's S tier, but I think she's a very, very strong A tier. Hey, Sustainable, what's up? Hey, Link. That's true, Lana. All the Hyrule Warriors people are, like, really pretty. Like, all of them. All right, let us do... How about we pick Iza? You know, the lady with the giant hippie hair that's like, River Adventure, $20! Buy my boat? What else does she do? She's the sister of, like, a much better character and a much worse character, so she's the middle child, at least. That's about it for Iza. There's really not much else to be said for that. You know, she's actually, like... Do I like her more than Agatha, though? Probably not. But I think she's better than... literal, you know, wallpaper. Better than whatever these things are. And then better than the F tier. So you know what? We're going to put Iza at the bottom of C tier. I think that's a good place for Iza. All right. How about we do... Let's do another fairy. How about we pick Ciela? Okay. I actually like Ciela a lot. Which... if you saw, like, my one video, you know that Ciela is actually a really decent character. She's well written. She has, like, a little bit of a story. She's a spirit that basically washed up on the beach after fighting Bellum and lost her memories. And then, like, I think she, like, sealed them away in a temple. That's how she got them back. Anyway, she's Link's companion, and she's actually a good companion. I think she's well written. I don't like that they use Navi's voice lines, but other than that, I think she's well written. And I like that she, like, always has these, like, weird quips and snarky remarks to Linebeck. I think she's a very good character, and I'd probably put Ciela probably at least an A tier, maybe even an S. You know what? We're going to put the fairy in S tier for now. We might go back through and rearrange this a little bit, but I think right now, based on the list, Ciela makes a pretty strong contender for a low S tier. Yeah, she's from Phantom Hourglass. All right, let's pick a fish person. We haven't picked a fish person yet. So I say we pick Ruto. I was never the biggest fan of Ruto. I mean, she's just horny for Link, so I mean, if Link's down bad, he has like the fifth, the other girl, his backup girl, his backup girl of the backup girl of the backup girl of the backup girl. I don't think she's bad looking, but I'm not really into fish people unless they're Mifa. I don't have a whole lot because I never really liked the whole like, oh Link, let's get married. Oh Link, when we grow up, let's get married. And then even then when she's an adult, she's like, well, I'm a spirit now, but I'd still like to get married, but I guess we can't. It's like, are you still going on about that? Okay. Ruto, I'm going to put probably a high C. I'm not the, yeah, she is so needy. And I'm like, who cares? I like the version of you that doesn't talk. And you know what? We're going to go straight for Lulu because of that comment I just made. Lulu, basically Ruto, but she doesn't talk. You know what? Ruto likes to get down. She had eggs with Miku or Maiku or however you say his name. So she likes to bang. So that already puts Lulu at a higher tier because she knows how to get down. Plus, she got with that rock star boy who went out to get milk and never came back. I am so sorry. Besides all the cringe stuff I just said, Lulu is a silent Ruto. I don't know what her personality is, but just for the fact that she banged Miku, we're gonna put her above Twin Rova. Cause you know what? Kudos to her, but she should have used protection. Anyway, no matter what, I was gonna put her above Ruto. I'm not crashing out, chat. I promise. Oh my gosh. I promise I'm not crashing out. Oh, Lulu had to hook up with the guitarist. All right. How about we pick another Zelda? How about we pick, let's do Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons Zelda. I know nothing about this Zelda. She shows up at like the final act in your linked game or whatever. And it's just like, good job, Link. Ah, I'm kidnapped. Help. And that's it. That's as far as it goes. She's nothing. She's a plot device. You know what? She's worse than Ash. Probably worse than Sue Bell. There is nothing about that Zelda. So, that's where she's going to go. D tier. Oh, Link, don't worry. I've already thought about it. Okay, how about we pick the Rosa sisters? You remember the Rosa sisters, right? The Rosa sisters. You know, they just kind of like, we're exotic dancers. And we don't know how to dance. How are we going to make money and make men horny so we can make money? So you go find a mask of some pot-bellied old man ghost, and he's like, teach them to dance. And you're like, okay, fam, whatever, sure. And then you're like, and then they're like, we obey the child. And you know what? That makes them better than Jolene. Really, that's about it. All right, how about the Queen of Fairies? And I know what you're thinking, chat. She may look like a child, but she's actually a 1,200-year-old dragon in disguise. Don't let it fool you. She may look like a lowly, but she is not. Oh my gosh. This is how you get canceled. Anyway. The Queen of Fairies. You show up and she's like, have fire and ice arrows. And you're like, thanks. And that's about as far as the Queen of Fairies goes. So, she's the Queen of Fairies. But no, I still can't put her over Celia. And you know what? She gives you fire arrows. So I think that puts her over Neri, who just gives you a defense boost. That's right, Blade. She has 0 Riz. Gosh. By goddess, why? All right. Now, let's pick... We're actually getting down to some decent ones. So maybe we should actually pick a decent one. All right, how about we pick... You know what, let's do a decent one. Let's do Tetra / Wind Waker Zelda. I want to put them right beside each other because I don't know why they're separate. Tetra / Wind Waker Zelda is a very divisive one for me because I love Tetra. She is a great Zelda. And then she turns into Zelda and she sucks because after she turns into Zelda, she's just like, oh, Link, go do the thing for me. My whole badass pirate persona is dead. Why? I mean, she still has the badass Pyrrha mentality and personality, but she doesn't do anything. And then at the end, she's like, here, Link, I stole your light arrows. And it's like, my arrows. And she's like, don't worry, I'm going to shoot at you. Huh? Don't worry, just put up your mirror shield. Okay. So, like I said, I love Tetra when she's Tetra. When she's Zelda, it's hit or miss, but I think that's still enough to put her at a pretty high B tier. You know what, we're going to put Tetra above that because Tetra's better. Hey, Susan, how you doing? Alrighty, how about we do... How about we pick Navi? Very iconic. Let's do Navi. Very iconic fairy. A lot of people dislike Navi. I don't dislike her. I think she's okay. I think she's kind of mid, but I still think she's okay. So Navi's the fairy Link always wanted. And then she actually does guide him, give him hints. She's really not horrible. Yes, she's intrusive. Yes, she can be annoying. But honestly, as a character and a written character, I should say, I don't think Navi's half bad. She actually does help Link a little bit and is a genuine friend to the boy. So I would put Navi somewhere in B. I think she's definitely above Impa and the rest of these, but definitely below Tetra. Hey, Strexophone, how you doing tonight? But no, I don't think Navi's a bad character whatsoever. I think Navi's actually a really good character. How is the world going to depend on such a lazy boy? Hudson's God tier. Hey, I mean... I'm going to look for a husbando list. We're going to do that. All right. How about we pick Astrid? You remember Astrid, right? Everyone remembers Astrid. She's a fortune teller from Phantom Hourglass? Spirit Tracks? I think Phantom Hourglass? You know what? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The only reason... Okay, I don't remember Astrid having any personality. I do not remember Astrid. So, you know what? When it comes to terms of who I would like to do the things with, I still think I'd rather have a little fun with Ash over Astrid. So we'll put Astrid below Ash. All right. How about we pick... Let's pick another decent one. How about we pick... Marin. Let's pick Marin. So, Marin. She definitely has a, I don't know, let's say, like, crush on Link? Yeah, she pretty much has a crush on Link. So, Marin pretty much has a crush on Link. To her, Link's an outsider. And it's like, oh my gosh, a boy that's not my cousin, oh my god! So, Marin's like, Link. And, you know, obviously Link as your character doesn't reciprocate. But I think Marin's a pretty cute girl. I like her design. I really like the like late 80s, early 90s like portrait and character. So I think they drew her very cute, very pretty. I like her personality in the game. She's like that bubbly character that's typically always in a good mood. She really likes hanging out with Link. She seems like a very well-written character. And I am going to put Marin at the top of A tier. Because, you know, if I had to pick a waifu, I would definitely put her, like, up there as a waifu I would want to pick. For all the right reasons. Gosh, you guys are wanting me to do Linkle already? Nah, not yet. Soon, but not yet. Oh my gosh. Everyone wants me to do Linkle. Fine, we'll do Linkle. All right, next up, Linkle. Linkle, and you know what? Screw Hyrule Warriors. We're doing my fandom. You know, if we're doing Hyrule Warriors, Linkle would be like the bottom of A or the top of B, maybe, because she's just kind of ditzy. I mean, I like her character design. I like her personality. I like that she's just always going the wrong way, even though she has a magic compass that's supposed to show her the right way to go. So we were doing Hyrule Warriors Linkle. She would be the bottom of A or the top of B, somewhere in there. But screw it, we're doing my fandom Linkle. Where Linkle's a crazy yandere who wants nothing more than to, like, abduct her Oni-chan. That's saying it very nicely. And very funny, very well written, mostly because I gave this character more personality than Nintendo ever could have. I'm going to put her at the top of S tier because it's really funny, and I'm going to do it regardless, the way she wants to do Link. Anyway, on to the next. No, Link. You got it backwards. Hyrule Warriors Linkle is a bottom of A. Overload Linkle is an S. Hey, even if it was Hyrule... So, for my personal preference, if it was Hyrule Warriors, it'd be someone I'd want to be with. My fandom character, it's someone I'd stay the fuck away from as far as possible. And that's why I wrote her like that, because Link's trying to stay as far away as humanly possible. Hey, I gave her more personality than Nintendo ever could have. Okay, they could have, but they didn't, and they chose not to. You know what, Lana? Just because you asked, sure, we'll do Lana. Okay, next up, we'll do Lana. I like Lana. I think Lana's a very good character, very well written character. I have two very good reasons why I like her. Anyway, besides the two obvious reasons, I like her design. I think she's very cute. I like that she's obsessed with Link, but not in the creepy, disturbing way of Sia, but more as the, I guess, kind of lovey-dovey way. But she still has an unhealthy obsession with Link. But she is a well-written character. I do like that. And I like that she gets the Triforce of Power, then puts it in a barrier. Why didn't they just give her the Triforce of Power? That would have been so cool, seeing someone else get it besides Ganon Daddy and you, Ganon. Anyway, great design, great personality, well-written, loves the hero. We're going to put Lana... I'm going to put her... You know what? I'm going to put her above Paya. Below Ilya, but above Paya. Hey, listen, I could open her Gate of Time anytime. Anyway, that's not making it in the video. Future Overload, edit that out, please. Also, the redundancy. Gate of Time anytime. Gosh, that was very horribly spoken. Even if we're taking out the sex joke. All right, on to the next character. How about we pick Beatrice? Piece of shit. I don't like her. I've never liked her. She's that stereotypical... I probably shouldn't cuss in the stream so much. But screw it, I'm going to turn this into a video as well, so oh well. She's that stereotypical bitchy character that's like, a customer. Great. What can I do for you? Do you have any in the back? No. Get the fuck out. Can you check? No. And then Link shows up. And then he shows up again. And he shows up again. And he shows up again. And then she's like, oh, he's here to see me. And only me. I have some sort of problem. I need help. But Linky, the kind of girl you want to stay as far away from in real life. Very far away from. You don't stick it in crazy. Beatrice, whatever, is crazy. You do not stick it in crazy. So as such, I'm going to put her... You know what? We're going to put her below the Great Fairy. I've never liked Beatrice, whatever. You ship her with Groose? I ship her with no one. I ship her with loneliness. Linkle, Red Eye. Someone is being mean to my Oni-chan. All right. How about we do... Let's do another Zelda. How about we pick A Link to the Past, or is this A Link Between Worlds? A Link Between Worlds. Let's do A Link to the Past. She's cute. Her design's good. She doesn't really have anything personality-wise that I'm aware of. If I had to hook up, I mean, I'd definitely... Well, she's probably young, actually. She looks kind of young, so probably not. I don't really have much to say about A Link to the Past, Zelda. What does she do besides gets kidnapped, uses Jedi mind powers to be like, Link, save me. Link saves her, and then she sits at the church for 3 dungeons, and then she's kidnapped. And then the preacher's like, oh man, oh gee golly, the princess got taken, but God bless, you can do it, Link. God bless. Or Godish bless, or whatever. And then you don't talk to her again until the end. So I'm going to put her You know, we're going to put her above Agatha because I hate Agatha. Same with a Link Between Worlds. And we're going to put a Link Between Worlds Zelda ahead of a Link to the Past Zelda because I think she has slightly more personality in the game. Very slight. And I think she has a cuter design. But I also am a sucker for that, like, 90s anime art style as well. All right, on to the next. How about we pick Rutella? I like Rutella a lot. Unfortunately, she's dead, so you can no longer bang. But, regardless, Rutella is pretty awesome. Not only does she, like, care about her son a lot, even in death, she's like, Link, save my son. Help him. Do whatever it takes. I will basically give you the power to breathe underwater from the great beyond if you save my son. Also, very well designed character. She is extremely pretty. Like, extremely. They really made like a very fine lady out of her, like design wise. And apparently when you talk to a lot of the Zoras, they all liked her, like not liked her, but respected her. She had a lot of respect for her people, and her people respected her back. So, very strong character. Unfortunately, she's dead, so you do lose some points because you can't, you know, bow chicka bow wow, or however they said it in Red versus Blue. But I'm going to put Rutella right below the Healing Lady. Okay, I'm kidding. She's above the Healing Lady. The Healing Lady only has 2 things going for her. Anyway. But I think Rutella is a very, very strong character. Very well written. Very well designed. I like Rutella a lot. You know what, actually? I'm going to put Rutella above Riju in Hyrule Warrior Zelda. That's how well written I think she is. All right, how about we pick Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 Zelda? Everyone knows Zelda 1 and Zelda... Do they even speak? I think Zelda 2 Zelda is a different Zelda entirely. And Zelda 1 Zelda, I don't even think speaks. If she does at the very end where she's like, you saved me. You know what? We're just going to put her right there, and we're going to call it good with that one. I'm not even going to make the jokes. All right. How about we pick... Let's pick Buzz's favorite waifu. Let's pick Malon. If Buzz was here, he'd be putting her at like S+++. But he's not here now, is he? I'm here, and it's my list. Buzz is going to watch this in the future. No, I just called him out. Whoo! All right. Malon. I think she's a well-written character. One of the girls in Ocarina of Time that just likes Link. She basically runs Lon Lon Ranch because her dad, Mario, just doesn't. Luigi gets fed up with Mario. And then when Malon grows up into a very beautiful lady, very beautiful, like, ranch country girl lady, she's stuck at the ranch, which kind of sucks, so she does lose some points there for not, like, you know, standing up to Luigi and I guess Ganon Daddy. But I like Malon. I think she's well written. Clearly she likes Link. She doesn't have a whole lot of personality, but she does. Apparently she remembers her mom a lot because she always sings Epona song. I think she said her mom taught her that. Whatever. I'm going to put her above Impa. Because I think she goes above Impa. But I don't think she's as good as Navi or Tetra at any means. But I'd put her above Impa. Adult Malon, by the way. We're not freaks here. Go ahead, Shrexophone, I dare you. Okay. How about we pick Viren, the antagonist of Oracle of Ages. Unlike Onyx, the antagonist of Oracle of Seasons, Viren actually has a personality. She's, that stereotypical evil, bad witch lady from late 90s, early 2000s games. But hey, I dig that. I kind of like that. I'm a bit of a, Zelda in the 64 GameCube boomer. Who gives a shit? Waifu material, personality-wise, I would not want to be in a relationship with that. Asset-wise, hell, I would not mind being in a relationship with that. Anyway. She shows up a lot. She possesses Nehru's body, which, now let's be honest here. That gives Nehru some more personality. Viren has more personality than Nehru. It's very toxic. She basically just shows up and is like, ha ha ha, I'm winning, ha ha ha. And then she, takes over Nehru's body and, tells the queen to do stuff. And then I think she eventually takes over the queen's body and gets out of Nehru's body. I mean, I'd like to get in her body, but, she's a fictional character. We can't. And because of that, we're going to put her below Twinrova. Well, you know what? She's more smoking than Twinrova. We're going to put her over Twinrova. Where's Queen Ambi? How about we pick... How about we pick Hyrule Warriors Impa? I'm not a big fan of Hyrule Warriors Impa. She's just a general. You do this, I do this, you do this. Link, we need you. I'll handle this. I'm the heavy sword hitting samurai lady. There's really not a whole lot to say about Hyrule Warriors Impa. She doesn't have a really good play style. But you know what? She's still better than Ruto. Someone can tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't have a lot to say about Hyrule Warriors Impa. All in due time, Aoife Minna stands. All in due time. Hey, we saved the best for last, Mally. Or the best ones, I should say, for last. Okay, how about we pick... Medley? Well, let's pick Medley. How about Medley? Okay, so Medley. I don't mind Medley. I don't think she's as great as a lot of people make her out to be. I think she has a cute design. I think she's a very good, friend / companion to Link. I like that she, kind of goes through the dungeon with you in, the Earth Temple. Yes, it is the Earth Temple. She goes through the Earth Temple with you. You control her. Link and her work together. I like that about her. She's not just a brick. She actually has a personality. And again, she has a cute design to boot. I'd put her above Navi. We're going to put her above Navi. Still not as good as Tetra, but she's a good character. We'll go with that. All right. How about we pick Karen? It's either Karane or Karen. And you know what? I called her Karen growing up. We're calling her Karen. It's fucking Karen now. All right, so Karen, she likes Pippet. She doesn't like Link. I think his name was Pippet. She likes Pippet. Now watch me be totally wrong, and that's not his name, but... Anyway, the goal is to do a side quest and hook her up with someone else, which is not us. That's blasphemy. Well, why is it not Link? Everyone's supposed to like Link, but no, we gotta like Pipit. Okay, I'm just like being stupid here right now. She's not bad. The only thing I remember for her is she likes Pipit, and then one of Groos's boys is like, no, pick me instead. I'm not cringe, I promise. And she's like, yeah, you're cringe. I want Pipit. And he's like, no, my waifu. So she definitely like does not. There's only one boy for Karen, and that's Pipit. So you got to respect that. So with that, we're going to put we'll put her above Ruto. Okay, how about we pick Cremia? And is Cremia... Oh, I get them confused. Which one's Cremia? Is that, or which one's Romania? Majora's Mask. Is Cremia the lolly or the lowly, or is Cremia the boob lady? Oh, Romani's the young one. Cremia's the older one. Okay, Cremia. I like Cremia. Okay, we're doing Cremia next. I like Cremia. She basically raises Romania, or Romani, however you say her name, all by herself. She runs the ranch all by herself. She basically understands that her wagon is about to be attacked and has Link help her. She gives Link a great boob hug, gives him the mask of, you can go drink now, even though you're not 21 or 18, or depends on what part of the world you're in. She's like, screw it. Here's your adult mask. Go get some spiked milk, Link. And because of all that, I would love to Cremia in Cremia. So I am going to put Cremia... Do I like her better than Marin? Actually, you know what? I'm going to put Cremia in S tier. I like Cremia. You know what? Yeah, you know what? We're going to put Cremia below Ciela. Ciela's, I think, still better than Cremia. Then again, I wouldn't mind. No, what? Sorry, had to do it to her. Had to do it to him. Okay, I know I'm not the first person in the world to make that joke about Cremia, and I will not be the last. All right, how about we pick... Let's pick the 1980... I think it's 89. 1989 cartoon Zelda. Okay, I haven't watched the cartoon in a while. I don't remember Zelda being bad, but I remember being a little prepubescent teenage boy at like the age of 13 or 14 watching this and being like, Zelda, you're so uncool. Link is so cool. Also, I didn't know what good taste was back then. I remember not really liking Zelda a whole lot, but at least she had some personality. I think it's like the very first episode, Link goes to walk out on his balcony and Zelda's in a nightgown and he gets a pretty good shot of her assets. I mean, she was wearing something, but it was pretty low cut. And he's like, hey, looking good, princess. And then like the little pixie that actually wants to ride Link is like, I told you should have put on a gown or a robe or something. And she walks in all flustered. So she only had herself to blame. She walked out on a balcony in like a nightgown, you know, with no bra or anything. So she only had herself to blame. Kinda. Also, Link didn't have to be a perv and a jerk. Anyway, Cartoon Zelda, we are going to put her... You know what? We're going to put her above Impa. I think... Oh, no, we got to move this. There we go. I think Cartoon Zelda deserves a spot above Impa. she at least has some personality, and she does go in with like Link in a lot of like expeditions and helps him fight against Ganon. So that already means a lot right there. Actually, you know what? We're going to put Cartoon Zelda right below Tetra. That's how good she is. She actually like kicks ass once in a while. Looking good, princess, especially from this angle. So you know what? Yeah, I think Cartoon Zelda definitely gets just right below Tetra. Just right below Tetra. All right, how about we pick... Let's do Nehru. She's already at the top, ready to go. All right, Nehru. I don't really have much to say about Nehru. She sings. She has a cute 90s design that I like. She gets possessed by a much more interesting character, and that's where a lot of my mind goes. So, you know what? We're just going to put Nehru above the Rosa sisters. I don't have much else to say about Nehru. While we're on the subject, let's go ahead and do Din. Din's a feisty character. I think she has a decent personality for like the 5 lines she has in the game. She has a smoking design, but I think I like Nehru's more feminine design better than Din's, but I also like Din's like dominant looking design as well. It's weird. But I think Din has a little bit better personality just because she's a bit more feisty and a bit more that anime, like, yeah, let's go get it character. So I think we can put Din above Agatha. Because fuck you, Agatha. Hey, welcome back, Lana. Imagine if Cartoon Link met Breath of the Wild Zelda. Yoga Pants Zelda. Looking good, princess! Alright, how about we pick another Zelda? We have a lot of Zeldas to go through still. 4 Swords / 4 Swords Adventure Zelda. I mean, she's a damsel in distress and a lowly. Good enough. All right, how about we pick Henna, however you say her name. Okay, Hina / Henna. I like her. I like her design. I like that she's a business lady who owns the fishing hole. I like that she, I think, likes Link. I'm not sure. I think she's very cute. I like that she respects like the fishing environment. I like that she respects her trade. I think Hina / Henna is a very good character for a side character that just runs a mini game. I like that she goes out on the lake with Link. Definitely a girl I would like to hang out with. Probably wouldn't want to be too romantic. Maybe platonic, but not like super romantic. I don't know. She wouldn't be bad though either. So maybe I would. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to put Hina in. You know what? I'm going to put her. Should I put her above? She's going to go in A tier for sure. I'm just trying to think if I want her where I want her in A tier. You know what? I'm going to put her above Riju. Because I know Riju is well written, probably way more well written than Henna, but Riju is a lowly, and Hina is not. Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot. She can kick you out of the fishing hole, too. If you're a jerk, she's not afraid to stand up to you. So, you know what? There's extra points for her. All right, how about we pick Princess Hilda? You know, the Princess of Lorule. Spoilers for A Link Between Worlds, so you don't want spoiled on that game. You might want to go away from the stream for a few minutes. Princess Hilda. She basically lies to you. Basically says, Lorule sucks because our Triforce is gone, which is true. But then she's like, I didn't send Yuga to do any of that bad stuff. That wasn't by my design. No, Yuga went rogue. I never do that to you, Linky. It was all Hilda. Hilda's the one who basically set in motion a link between worlds. Hilda's the one who sent Yuga. Hilda's the one who wanted the Triforce, and then Ganon betrays her. Oh no, we messed with the King of Evil. Who would have thought? Anyway, Hilda's a moron. Other than her design, that's about all I like about her. Not the biggest fan of Hilda. We're going to put Hilda above Hyrule Warriors, Impa. I think that's about where Hilda goes. I am not saying that on stream, Future Jedi, but that's a good one. I like that one. Yeah, Hilda's... I mean, at least she learns in the end. But that's as far as Hilda goes.
Oh boy! Smooching time!
Oh, dude, thank you, Red Hood. Holy crap. Gaslight. Gatekeep. Girl boss. Oh my gosh. Red Hood, thank you. I appreciate it, dude. Holy crap. Okay, now how about we pick... we're getting down to the wire. How about we pick Anju? I like Anju. I think Anju is a well-written character. She owns her own business, the Stockpot Inn, or at least in the family. I don't know if Anju's mom owns it or if it's Anju or both, but she runs her own business, the Stockpot Inn. It does really well, apparently. She has the hots for cafe, so we're not getting any of Anju's, we're not clapping Anju's cheeks, so that puts her down a few pegs. Not really, but anyway, Anju is very loyal to Cafe, no matter what happens to him. That makes her a very respectable character. Like that, she will be with him no matter what happens, through rain or high water. She will always be there for Cafe. So you got to respect that a lot. She loves her boyfriend to death. She has a lot of respect for Link for getting them back together, basically, when Skull Kid curses Cafe. I really like Anju. Well-written character, well-designed character, just all around a fantastic character. I'm going to put her, I think, above Paya. I think Anju goes above Paya. Again, just everything's great about Anju. Well-written, well-designed, great personality, a lot of respect for like the people around her, and basically would do anything for her lover. So Anju's going pretty high up there. Oh, and I think her and Cremy are like best friends or something. Because I think Anju's mom's like, well, you better watch. Cafe might go for your best friend Cremy. It's like, great, Mom. Thanks for instigating that. That was lovely of you. I'm going to need another water. You know what, chat? I'm going to take a 5-minute break and use the bathroom and get some more water because I'm basically out. That was not smart of me. And I will be back in a few minutes. Be right back. All right, chat, we're back. We got a fresh bottle of crisp, cool water. We got we're getting towards the best of the best waifus, the crop that needs creamed. So let's pound out the rest of these waifus. Okay. Where should we go next? How about we pick...
Oh boy, smooching time!
I hope I am not the only one in this chat. Oh my gosh, thank you, Testing Records. Holy crap. Ask for Spirit Track Zelda's rating. Oh, it'll happen. Don't worry. She is right here. It will happen. You know what? Because of that, we are going to go straight to Spirit Track Zelda. You know what? We're doing Spirit Track Zelda's next. Fantastic character. Well-made character. Well-written character. I love Spirit Track Zelda. She is one of my favorite characters in all of Zelda. And probably, yeah, one of my absolute favorite characters in all of the... Oh, wait, I'm lagging. Okay, it's back. Sorry about that. Apparently, I was lagging. Okay, well, I'm just going to start from the beginning, because also I'm going to use this for a video, too. All right, Spirit Track Zelda. We're doing her next. One of my favorite characters in all of Zelda. And if you've played Spirit Tracks, you know why. Well written, well designed, just fantastic character. She makes great comments. She's a companion character. She's always with Link. Probably the best Zelda. Like, out of all of them. No question. Out of all of them. She is the best Zelda. And it's no competition. And with that, I am putting Spirit Track Zelda at the very top of S+. Fantastic character. Unfortunately, she's a lowly, so great for Toon Link, not for us, but great for Toon Link. Anyway, great character. Just I love everything about her. The fact that she helps you, the fact she possesses phantoms, the fact that at the end of the game, when she gets her body back, she fights with the light arrows. She's always there for Link. And there's like this really cute scene where they hold hands at the end. I adore this Zelda. And I just like, oh my gosh, they're together. It's so cute. So I love seeing like Link and Zelda together at the end on that one. So one of my favorite characters of like all Zeldas. Well, probably like top 5 characters out of all of them. Boys, girls, doesn't matter. Probably like top 5. No question. All right. On to the next one. How about we pick... Let's pick Skyward Sword Impa. Probably some spoilers from Skyward Sword, so you might want to tune away till after I rate her. Excuse me. Skyward Sword Impa. I both really like Skyward Sword Zelda, or Impa, and I both kind of don't like her. She kind of hates Link, and in terms, I didn't like her either. Like, you show up, and she's like, well, where were you at, boy? If it wasn't for me, Zelda would be dead. Good thing I was there, Mr. Hero. You're not permitted to come on the journey with us, even though it would make practical sense to have the goddess's chosen hero! She's a moron. But also, and here's the spoiler part, Skyward Sword Impa is also the old lady in the temple at the beginning of the game who is a decent character. She helps Link and she helps Groose and Zelda, and they all grow to be better characters. A lot of the characters grow in that game, which is really nice. Turns out that's the same as Skyward Sword Impa, which she does come around to be a better character in the latter half of the game. That being said, she is my favorite Impa, but she's not like a great character. I think she's just enough to go above the Ocarina of Time Impa. Well, she's definitely an improvement over Ocarina Impa, but compared to the ones ahead of her, she has nothing on them. All right. Man, we are really getting down to like the waifus of the waifus. Except for Aurelia. Who the heck's Aurelia? I don't remember her. I know she's from Skyward Sword. And doesn't she like have a crush on one of the boys or something? I don't remember this character. I just remember she like you did some side quest with her and that was about it. Cute design. I'm grasping at straws again. She's better than Agatha. That's for sure. That's about it. I would still rather nail Din over Aurelia any day of the week, so yeah. And thanks for coming to my TED Talk on Aurelia. Okay, let's pick another waifu. Huh? What do you mean the live stream ended? Hmm? I'm not dropping frames. Is everything back? Are we good, chat? Like, we good? Can you see me? It's back? Okay. I do not know what happened. I made another joke about, you know, women of Hyrule. Sorry. YouTube didn't like it, apparently. YouTube took a dump for a second. Yeah, I saw, like, the chat just, like, was all saying I was dead. And I saw, like, almost all the viewers went away. So I have no idea what happened. So, sorry about that, guys. YouTube was watching me. Like, oh my gosh, Overload, not another joke. Not another joke. Also, by the way, this is all satire. Please just understand, I am joking for, like, all of this. I mean, clearly I'm not joking some of this. Like, I do really like Skyward Sword. Not Skyward Sword, jeez. Spirit Tracks Zelda. I really like Ilya and Lana. Like, for actual legitimate reasons. Like, please keep in mind, this is all jokes. Have you guys ever watched any of my videos? They're pretty offensive on purpose. I guess Linkle cut your internet privileges because you put someone above her. The YouTube feminists were not pleased. They are also fictional. All right, are we good to continue, guys, or should we wait another second or two? What are you guys feeling? We back? Okay, we back. All right, let's pick another waifu. How about we pick Saria? I like Saria. I know some people don't really like Saria. I don't think she's the best, but I think she's a really good character. She's like one of the, I don't want to say one of the few, but one of the like forest children that actually likes Link, even though he doesn't have a fairy. Very nice to him, very good friend, childhood friends to Mr. Hero. Becomes a sage, always watches over Link. You play Saria songs, she tells you about her day or what's going on in her life. Well-written character, well executed. I like Saria a lot. So I am going to put Saria... You know what? We're going to put Saria right below Cartoon Zelda. I think Saria is a very good character. Very respectable. I don't know why she's in a waifu counter, guys. I didn't make the list. I found it. And I'm sorry, Purah's not on it. I don't know why she's not. I think this was made before Tears of the Kingdom, because there's no Purah and there's no Mineru. Urbosa activated a few neurons when I was younger. Okay, on to the next. How about we pick... Let's pick Tattle. I want to do Tattle next. I like Tattle. Tattle's a good character. Not the best fairy, but better than another fairy I know. She's okay. She has a lot more personality than Navi. Navi's kind of just like, hey, listen, I'm your navigator. We're here to help. And Tattle's like, hey, stupid, why don't you hit the weak point? And I kind of like that. Makes her a fun character. And because of that, I'm going to put Tattle... We'll put her below Tetra. I think Tattle's still a good character. I had to turn off my AC unit. It's getting cold in here. I just had to, like, knock out the heat. Okay. On to the next waifu. How about we pick... Alright, let's pick Minish Cap Zelda. I like Minish Cap Zelda. Very similar reasons to Saria. Link's childhood friend. Good attitude. Good character design, even though it's the same design as all the Toon Zeldas. So... that's really all she has going for her. She restores the world at the end of the game with her magic hat. Yeah, not the best Zelda, not the worst Zelda, but definitely not the best. We're gonna put her below. We're gonna put her like right there, I think. You know what? I like Twinrova better. We're gonna put her at the bottom of B tier. Not bad, better than Hilda. Okay, we are getting down to the wire here, guys. Holy crap. How about we pick Urbosa? I like Urbosa. Urbosa's a pretty decent character. She has the power to crush your head between her thighs like a watermelon. Makes her kind of scary, but also still pretty cool at the same time. I like her lightning powers. Urbosa's fury procs all the time, whether I want it to or not. So she's always there for me, which is great, I guess. She can't make me as hard as her abs. I mean, that's not the most attractive in the world to me, but I'm not also attracted to, like, burly ladies. No offense to, like, muscular bodybuilder ladies. It's just, it's not my thing. I respect it, but it's not my thing. I'm going to put Urbosa... we're gonna put her below Faces of Evil Zelda, because at least Faces of Evil Zelda makes me laugh. All right, man, we are really getting down to the wire. How about we pick Sia? Okay, Sia is a interesting character. She would probably stop doing all the evil things she's doing if Link just said, you, me, bedroom, now. Oh, yes, Link. Yes, Link. Right away, Link. I'm in there, Link. The Cremia jokes are coming back. Anyway, Sia is weird. The kind of, remember what we said earlier, chat, about you don't put it in crazy? Yeah, you don't put it in crazy. You don't put it in Sia. Sia is crazy. She's obsessed with Link. Go to her castle. Murals of Link. Statues of Link. Statues of Furry Link, aka Wolf Link. Sia is crazy. She's crazy in love with Link. That's basically the equivalent of you like watching a Taylor Swift video and be like, oh my god, Taylor Swift, and you just have posters everywhere in your wall. You're like, oh my gosh, Taylor, oh my gosh, Taylor, oh my gosh, Taylor. That is the equivalent of Sia. She watches Link through her magical orb. She's pondering her orb, and she's like, oh my gosh, that is the man for me. Wow. And she puts posters all throughout her room. Big statues. She has anime figurines or anime statues of Link. She's obsessed with the guy. The kind of obsessed that you don't want in your life. Other than that, she gives me very two good reasons to Cremia all over. We are going to put Sia, because she is interesting. It makes it fun. We're going to put Sia above Saria for two reasons, and I think they're pretty obvious. Okay, on to the next. Sia is wholesome? No, she's not. Sia versus Linkle, that would be a video. That would be a video. That's not a bad video idea. I should write that. I'm making the idea, at least. I'm writing that down. That one's going in the book. Let me pull up my Google Drive. Putting that on the notepad. Linkle versus Sia for Link's wiener. There we go. Perfect. See a body pillow, perhaps. I'd take the Lana body pillow first, in all honesty. Beautiful. Thanks, Red Hood. Okay. How about we pick... You know what? Breath of the Wild Zelda. We're going to do Breath of the Wild Zelda / Tears of the Kingdom Zelda. Hey, remember what I said earlier? She may look young, but she's actually a 15,000-year-old dragon. Well, that's Breath of the Wild Zelda for you. She may look like your average 18, 21-year-old Hylian princess lady, but she's actually a 15,000-year-old dragon lady in disguise. Don't let her fool you. Okay, so she's not my favorite Zelda, obviously, but she's really not a bad Zelda. Her powers are fantastic. She's probably one of the strongest Zeldas, but I really don't like her in Breath of the Wild because in like over half the cutscenes, Dad, I want to play with my iPhone. No, Zelda. Learn the power of light so you can kill Ganon Daddy. Dad, don't take my iPad. Link, take the princess's iPad. Dad! To me, that was Zelda for like 80% of the story. And I was not thrilled. I liked her better in Tears of the Kingdom, where she actually did stuff. And she actually like tried to help Link from the past. And she actually tried to help Rauru defeat Ganon Daddy. And all that, even though she's an idiot. And she should have realized, Ganondorf. Where have I heard that name before? Calamity Ganon? No. Maybe? No. Can't be. Can it? No, surely it's not. Surely it's something different. People are morons in this universe. I'm sorry. So that kind of frustrated me, where she was like, oh, I'm going to help. And she was actually helping. She was trying. She got really cool time powers for recall and all that. The fact that she could not just go, hey, Rauru, kill him now. Kill him in Fortnite. Take him out in Fortnite. I know I'm not on Twitch, but I'm trying to keep it Twitch friendly. Like, that is, we just fought a guy 5 years ago called Calamity Ganon. He caused Hyrule to be destroyed for 100 years, and I'm still trying to rebuild it. I will still be rebuilding it when I'm an old lady. Kill him now! But instead, she's like, surely not. Maybe we should wait and see what happens. Oh no, Queen Soya died. If only I could have put the pieces together sooner. So, I like Breath of the Wild Zelda, but I also don't like Breath of the Wild Zelda at the same time. But I still think she's better than Sia. So we're going to put her upper echelons of B. Hey, Nebula, how you doing tonight? Hey, Brendan, what's up? Okay, on to the next waifu. We're getting down to them. All right, how about we pick Telma? We got some Twilight Princessy ones here. We need to knock them up. I mean, out. Anyway, Telma. I like Telma. I think Telma's a very interesting character. She owns her own bar, which is awesome. She's a business owner. She basically houses the freedom fighters of Hyrule, which again is awesome. She has 2 very large personalities, which is awesome. I like the way she flirts with Link and the shaman guy. I can't remember his name in Kakariko, which is awesome. I think Telma is a very, very strong, well-written character in Twilight Princess. Stronger than a lot of characters in Zelda. In fact, I would probably put Telma right beside Healing Lady because they both have 2 very good reasons to be up there. Telma, more like tell your mama. Got him. Two good reasons. All right, on to the... Oh, man, we're down to the last 5 waifus. Okay, how about we do... Mipha. Everyone knows who Mipha is. I like Mipha a lot. It was pretty sad, but it was always going to be a one-sided romance for Mipha, which kind of sucks, but I really do like Mipha a lot. I would say she's definitely going to be high up on this list. I like how she, like, you know, always there for Link, always cares about Link, made Link the Zora armor because apparently you're only supposed to make that for your husbando / waifu, so clearly she had the hots for Link. I mean, Link could have, you know, done it in the water with her. Oh well, that sucks. She dies, which also sucks. Mipha's a very tragic character. Makes me feel bad for her because she's a very kind, gentle person. She clearly had a lot of love in her. She loved Sidon. She loved her dad. She loved her, like, Zora people and her nation. She loved Link. Like, it's just tragic. I like Mipha. Mipha would be a great character, and I'm going to put her up in S tier. Like, Mipha is just a fantastically well-written character. Oh, yeah, and we can't forget Mipha's ability. You die, she brings you back. And she's like, quit being stupid. You're fixed. Oh, and she's like a 300-year-old fish, too, by the way. Pretty awesome. Even though she looks like she's 18. All right, how about... Let's get one of the Zeldas out of the way. Do we do Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess? All right, let's do Twilight Princess Zelda. Twilight Princess Zelda is probably one of the hottest Zeldas, like, in the looks department. Like, probably right there beside Hyrule Warriors Zelda. Like, she's a knockout. She looks awesome. Very womanly, very powerful, but also very feminine at the same time. So they nailed her design the way I want to nail her. On top of that, she's a very strong leader, cares about her people, but she does like surrender to Zant, which I kind of don't like, but at the same time, she was trying to keep her people alive because Zant would have just annihilated everyone. So she basically had to swallow her pride and basically take the L, which kind of sucks a lot. I would have rather seen her fight, but I understand why she took the L. I like the fact that she tries to help everyone, especially Link and Midna. She basically gives her life for Midna because, again, she cares about Hyrule and her people more than herself. So she makes a sacrifice to Midna so that, you know, Midna and Link could actually save the kingdom because she couldn't do it herself or she couldn't do it without them. And then when you get to the final fight with Ganon Daddy, she's there with the but then when you get to the final fight with Ganon Daddy, she's there with the light arrows and her magical whatever bow, and she's shooting Ganon Daddy on horseback while you're chasing him down with a sword. So, very strong character, very well-designed character. Everything about Twilight Princess Zelda is fantastic. I'm going to put her probably ahead of Ilia, actually. I like her more than Ilia. All right, down to the final three. I think she's the best representation of Zelda. Twilight Princess Zelda is a true princess. Exactly, Mally, exactly. Twilight Princess Zelda is basically what you want to look for in a princess. You don't want to make them like tough and burly and like always going out on every adventure, but you want them to get their feet on the ground and get their hands dirty too. Like, it's a fine line to tread. You don't want them to be the, oh, Rapunzel, let down your hair, and they just sit in a tower, wait for the hero to show up. No one likes that. No one likes Princess Peach. I mean, okay, people like Princess Peach, but no one likes, you know, just the, come save me, I'm in a tower. No one likes that. We need good characters like Twilight Princess Zelda who make the tough calls, who get their hands dirty, who make the sacrifices. All right, how about we pick Fi Fo Thumb. I always called her Fi. I can already see everyone wants me to put Fi in F tier, and I will not, because I don't dislike Fi. I actually like Fi a lot. Link has his own sex robot. What's not to like? Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's be real here for a second. I like Fi a lot. I think Fi is a great character. Yes, she's very annoying. They fixed that in the Switch version. I don't care. She's still annoying. However, I like seeing Fi come around throughout the game. You know, she starts off as a robot, and then towards the end, yes, she's still a robot, but you can tell she has grown as a character. She tells Link to, like, be careful when he goes to fight Demise. She cares about Link. Like, she becomes more than a robot. She's still a robot, but at the end of the day, she does care, or she learns to care, and she learns kinda to love, and I respect that. Like, I think she's a good character. Is she like A tier or S tier? Hell no. But I think she's a really well-made character, and I like her design. So I am going to put Fi probably above, right there. We're going to put her like in the middle of B tier. I don't think she's as bad as a lot of people say she is. I think she's really good, actually. Oh yeah, of course, Future Jedi. And her goodbye is like so heartbreaking. It's like touching, really. So I think they did her good, actually. Not my favorite character, but nowhere near like one of the worst characters. She's a very good character. All right, how about we do Skyward Sword Zelda? I like Skyward Sword Zelda a lot. I think Skyward Sword Zelda is a very well written Zelda. For reasons I was saying earlier, you know, she actually has her boots on the ground. She's not just, Link, save me. She does that the last part of the game. She's actually going to each of the springs to be purified or whatever, so she can become the goddess again. So she can get her goddess powers and then use those goddess powers to defeat Demise, or the Avocado of Doom, as we like to call him. She makes the ultimate sacrifice of, hey, I'm going to like imprison myself so the seal actually holds. You know, and it's very sad. Skyward Sword has a lot of, you know, touching moments. Like, it's genuinely sad when like Zelda seals herself away and you see Link like desperately like running after her to stop her. Like, those are powerful moments in games. Like, they don't make those like they used to. I mean, they probably do, but not like they used to. And I think Skyward Sword Zelda is a really strong Zelda, and I like that she's childhood friends with Link, and she nearly kills him at the beginning of the game in Fortnite by pushing him off a cliff. And then Link's like, my bird! My bird! And she's like, oh. And then, well, at least she saves him. She nearly killed him, but she did save him. And then when they're like, you think they're going to kiss, and she pushes him off a cliff again. Anyway, I love Skyward Sword Zelda. Probably right there beside, yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to put her up there in S+ tier. Because I think she's just a little bit better than Twilight Princess Zelda. I don't know. Twilight Princess Zelda is... You know what? There we go. We're going to make it a little better. It just depends on the day you ask me. Skyward Sword Zelda and Twilight Princess Zelda, to me, compete for like the same spot. So they're very interchangeable at that position. But I think I like Skyward Sword Zelda just a little bit more. I mean, she has a great ass. Have you seen it in cutscenes? It's really nice. It's really nice. All right. We've saved the best for last. You know what? We're not even going to sugarcoat it. Mommy Midna. Straight to S tier. Straight to S+ tier. There is no other place for Mommy Midna. One of the best waifus. Actually, the best waifu. The only one who can even compete with Mommy Midna is Spirit Tracks Zelda. Midna is a fantastic character. Very well written. Very tragic. Very, like, comes around. Very tsundere. Like, there is so much depth to Midna. And just the way she evolves over Twilight Princess, I love this character. And then at the end of the game, they give me 2 more reasons to love this character. And I shouldn't have to point them out to you. She is a 10 out of 10 knockout character. Also, if you ever read the manga, spoilers for the manga, by the way, mute for like 5 seconds. She fucking plants a kiss on Link. It's fucking awesome. I know we're only rating the games, but I still gotta throw that out there. I love the Twilight Princess manga. Like 10 out of 10. She's a knockout, well-written character, cares for her people, is a princess with the boots on the ground. Like, fantastic character. I love Midna. One of the best characters in all of Zelda, hands down. Doesn't even compete. Like I said, the only one that even has a chance of competing is Spirit Tracks Zelda. And I think that's going to do the tier list. Nothing else here, so there's my tier list. So I'll probably make an outro for YouTube or something when I make this into an actual video and cut up this into like a 30-minute video. Now I'm going to ask you guys, the chat. We're not done yet. We'll be done here soon. I do need to take a shower and go to bed soon. I got to work tomorrow. But I want to have a little fun real quick. We're going to start a poll. We're going to start with the S+ tier. An S+. We're making a poll here, chat. It'll be just a second. Okay, I can only do 4 options, so we're only going to pick the top options. All right, there we go. Now I want your guys's. I want your guys' opinions. I want to know what you guys think. That's why we're doing the poll right now. Who is ZA? Did I miss something, Buzz? Not sure. Looks like Midna's. I see people are agreeing with Midna with me. I see a lot of I see it between Midna and Mifa actually, which is kind of shocking to me. I told you guys earlier if Buzz got in here and saw where Malin was, he would flip out. Yep, I think a lot of people agree. Really, I'm shocked Spirit Track Zelda is actually kind of low, in all honesty. Guess people don't have as much appreciation for her as I do. Sad, really. Anyway, so that was Mommy Midna. All right, we're going to run another poll. We're going to at least do like S, A, and B. I don't know if we'll do anything lower than that, but let's see. All right, here we go. Favorite S tier character. Unfortunately, Cremia couldn't make the list, so I guess we can't cream her. Anyway, can't believe you put a literal fish higher than Malin. I mean, she's okay. Oh, you mean Mifa? I was gonna say, what fish is above Malin? But then we have Mifa. Hey, Buzz, you notice the healing lady's above Malin? I can think of 2 reasons. Oh my gosh, Lana's winning. What the heck? I was expecting Paya in all honesty. Oh, Paya and Lana are tied right now. Holy crap. Oh, Paya's taking over. Ooh. The only grace I want is what overload in this excluded... what? I can think of 3 reasons. What? What? Someone not telling me something? Really? Paya? I mean, I figured it would be Paya, but it was very close with Lana in that one. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going down to A tier. It'd help if we actually... What? Okay, it'd help if we actually put the questions in. Oh, wait, no, it's a Q&A. Start a poll. Oops. Okay. Favorite A tier. Here we go. All right, favorite A tier. Let's see it, chat. I know, Lana, that is true. Where would I put Pure in this list? Honestly, probably like the top of S tier or the bottom of S plus. If Pure was on this list, she would be like S tier at least. Not even kidding. Really? Ocarina of Time Zelda's winning. What the heck? It's not even close. Oh my gosh. I was expecting Marin to be like pretty close with like Ocarina. Oh, geez. Henna's a good one, Buzz. Henna is a very good one. Really? I was expecting Marin to be a little closer. I know a lot of people like Marin. Should just meme and put Healing Lady. You know what? We're going to meme really quickly. This is going to be a quick poll chat. It's just for funnies. It's just for funnies, chat. All right, ready? All right. Pick your favorite assets. I'm curious on this one. Oh, Healing Lady's off to a start. No shot the Healing Lady outdoes Telma. No shot. Okay, I was expecting Telma to win, but I didn't think it would be close. Oh, it's tied up again. Holy crap. Healing Lady invited me into her house. I don't even know what happened, but I feel like a different man. Wow. Wow, that one's pretty divisive. We don't even know if Healing Lady is pretty or not. I mean, based on the pixels I have. Wow, very divisive. Okay, that meme is over. Please let me help you. Come inside. All right, we're going down to B tier, and then we'll do C, and then we're not going to do anything past C. No one below C is worth a damn. Okay. Best B tier. Here we go. I have a feeling I think I know who it will be, but all right, here we go. B tier. Healing Lady has one huge reason. Great. I had a feeling it would be Tetra. I had a feeling it would be Tetra. It's Tetra, and it's not even close. Yep, it's still Tetra, and it's not even close. All right, we'll do C tier, and then we'll probably call it there. Start a poll. Last poll. All right, final poll for the winners of mediocrity. Ruto, really? Oh, there I saw Hilda. Back to Ruto. Really, Ruto? I really don't like Ruto. I am shocked. Really, Ruto? Wow. Okay. I see my opinions differ. Whatever, it's my tier list. Ruto is honestly the thirstiest for Link. Well, she is a fish. Okay. Not a single vote for Karane or Karen or whatever. Not a single vote for Karen. Wow. Seriously, Buzz, like, I mean, I probably would have picked Hyrule Warriors Impa or Hilda. Hilda's hot, but she lied to me as I'm banging her. Yeah, it actually feels good. Yeah, say it with a smile next time, please. Thanks. Karain. Okay. See, since Hilda lies in the game, she'd be the one that says, yeah, I'm on the pill. Oops. No, I wasn't. Thanks. Great. Also, never believe that if someone tells you that. Like, good life advice right there. Ruto, kind of, you remind me of the Karen at Walmart that you fell in love with. Okay. Hilda is hot 1 million out of 1. All right, chat. I think that's going to do it for today's stream. It was a lot of fun. We're going to have to do this again. I wonder if there is a, let's see, Zelda Husbando tier list. Oh my god, there is. Shut up, tier list. All right, we're going to have some fun with this in a future stream. Clearly not this one. But this little teaser, little spoiler for, not spoiler, but a little teaser for a future stream. What the heck is Nico doing? So anyway, if you enjoyed that, chat, then definitely like press the like button, comment on the stream whenever it's like a VOD, donate to the stream. That would be cool. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it. But I think we're going to call it there. So thank you all for showing up. I really appreciate it. And maybe like sometime soon we'll do the Husbando stream. All right. Until then, bye.